The deadly flash floods, vehicles swept away, and now flood alerts from New Mexico all the way up to New England. And now the heat. It will feel above 100 in much of the country this weekend. Also breaking this Friday night, a horrific crash on an American highway. A tractor trailer crashing into a van, a mom driving members of a sports team. The two air emergencies, a deadly plane crash, investigators on the scene right now. And the mid-air scare, JetBlue passengers hitting severe turbulence. Dozens rushed to the hospital. Donald Trump declaring President Obama was the founder of ISIS. Tonight, saying he was being sarcastic. Hillary Clinton releasing her taxes, asking Trump where are his. And the new polls out just tonight in the crucial battleground states. And before they were stars, a quiz for you tonight. Do you recognize these faces? Golden, even back then.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening on this very busy Friday night, and we begin with the deadly flooding. Cars washed away, drivers rescued from rising waters. With blistering heat now moving into, authorities warning it could be life-threatening. There is a state of emergency in Louisiana tonight. An elderly driver washed off the road. Good Samaritans rushing in to save him. This school bus, you can see the front end submerged there, children rescued. Tonight there are flood alerts from the south all the way up through New England. And just a short time ago, reports that 5 people were struck by lightning north of New York City. 3 are in critical condition. Rob Marciano standing by with more on that. But first, ABC's Philip Mena tonight, where the rescues are playing out.
Tonight, deep water turning deadly in the deep south. In Louisiana, more than a foot of rain in less than 12 hours. Floods powerful enough to sweep this tractor trailer right off Interstate 10. Trapped residents can only wait for help.
You can see behind me, there's basically no way to get out.
The high water already taking the life of a 68-year-old man who was swept away east of Baton Rouge. In Amite, Louisiana this morning, Jordan Temple rescuing this terrified elderly driver from his swamped SUV.
I just told him, don't panic. I'm here for you. I'm going to get you out these waters. I'm going to rescue you.
Putting him on his shoulder, carrying him to safety, struggling himself. The water over their heads. The governor calling in the National Guard. 140 rescues by noon in just one parish.
I'm glad y'all okay.
Oh, yeah.
Including these men whose boats sank while out trying to save others. Schools shut across the state. In Zachary, Louisiana, this school bus was loaded with children when it went off the road. Students escaped out of the back. This Jeep going nowhere.
And Philip Mena with us live tonight. You can see the water, some of the traffic moving, but Philip, you were telling us elsewhere cars aren't even getting through.
Yeah, David, this is one of the few passable roads here in Amite for now, but you can see the rain still falling. This system not going anywhere anytime soon. David?
A treacherous night ahead. Philip Mena leading us off. Philip, thank you. Let's get right to meteorologist Rob Marciano live here in New York tonight, tracking those lightning reports. Several people hit, and of course the dangerous heat now moving in. Rob?
David, 5 people injured, 3 of them at least seriously. They were sitting on a park bench in Poughkeepsie when the lightning struck underneath a tree. Take a look at the last 3 hours. You can see that cell among others. There's a lot of lightning with these storms across the Northeast, fueled in part by the heat and humidity. New York, you're about to get hit next. Of course, the other big story is that stubborn low across the Gulf Coast, dumping tropical rains, much like a tropical storm would across Baton Rouge. This will slowly drift to the west, but it's still going to bring flash flooding to that area and along the I-10 corridor right through the weekend, at least 5 inches. And then some of this is going to drift up into the Midwest and eventually the Northeast, feeding even more into this moisture. And it's hot. The heat, the humidity will continue to be dangerously warm. It's going to feel like over 100 degrees again tomorrow. Look at Philadelphia, 109. And when those thunderstorms pop, as we've seen, David, they could be dangerous.
Everyone should stay indoors if they can and check on their neighbors. Rob Marciano, thanks to you. Another headline breaking at this hour, a horrific and deadly crash in Ohio tonight. A mother driving a high school sports team when the van collides with a tractor trailer. ABC's Alex Perez with the images coming in now.
They were on their way to kick off the season, but tonight players, members of a girls' high school water polo team in Ohio, are fighting for their lives. The team's van was struck on the passenger side by a semi-truck. One person is dead, and authorities say 5 others, including 4 students and a parent, had to be airlifted to a hospital for treatment, some with life-threatening injuries. The crash happening in a rural area southwest of Toledo. Just before the accident, the team posting this picture on Twitter, all smiles, sending an excited message, off to our first tournament in Napoleon.
That crash happening just a short time after that picture was posted. Investigators say it appears a mother who was driving the van may have failed to yield the right of way. David?
All right, Alex Perez with us tonight. Alex, thank you. We turn now to a deadly plane crash in Virginia tonight. Authorities are on the scene at this hour in Fredericksburg. The small plane was coming in to land at Shannon Airport when the pilot aborted the attempt. The plane then went off the end of the runway and into the trees, where it went up into flames. At least 2 people are dead. Authorities do say that death toll could grow tonight. We are also learning more this evening about that midair scare for a cross-country flight, a JetBlue flight, suddenly hitting severe turbulence. Passengers and crew thrown in the cabin. Medics then coming on board after an emergency landing, carrying off an injured flight attendant. 24 people were rushed to the hospital. And tonight here, we are now hearing from those passengers about the sudden drop. Here's ABC's Kana Whitworth.
Emergency crews scramble to the tarmac. The plane dropping after hitting violent turbulence.
They have numerous injuries on the flight due to turbulence.
Tonight, passengers recounting terrifying moments tossed around the JetBlue plane. This flight attendant in a neck brace.
We go right into this huge cloud, boom, like flew up right way in the air, whole plane shook.
And then all of a sudden there was quite a big shake. He said, whoa. And then right after that, there was a drop.
The Boston to Sacramento flight forced to make an emergency landing in Rapid City, South Dakota. 22 passengers and 2 crew members taken to the hospital.
I thought it was it. I thought we were going down.
Officials say they're investigating if the turbulence may have been caused by severe weather, very common in the summer months. This incident of another JetBlue flight in May that injured 8 passengers in rough air. 31 injured when severe turbulence struck this Etihad Airways plane.
Those on board the JetBlue flight tell us that people that didn't have their seatbelts on were thrown around the cabin. A stark reminder to keep it buckled at all times. David.
Kana Whitworth with us tonight. Kana, thanks. Next this evening to new questions after that explosion in an apartment building in Silver Spring, Maryland. Search teams are still on the scene tonight looking for the missing. 2 bodies already found. And authorities said just today during a news conference that they are certain to find more. The horrific explosion erupted in the middle of the night. The building quickly engulfed in flames. Families who were trapped, desperate to get out. Some children were passed out through the windows until help could arrive. Tonight, investigators are asking whether gas might be to blame. Witnesses telling us that they did call about gas concerns before. Authorities now saying they answered those calls but found nothing. Now to major developments in the race for the White House tonight. Donald Trump declaring President Obama was the founder of ISIS. And when asked by a conservative radio host if that's what he really meant, he doubled down. But tonight, he is now saying he was being sarcastic amid new numbers this evening from some crucial battlegrounds. Take a look. In the key state of Colorado tonight, Hillary Clinton now leads by 14 points. In Virginia, Clinton has a 13-point lead. In North Carolina, state Mitt Romney won 4 years ago. Clinton now up by 9. And in the crucial state of Florida, where the two were neck and neck, Clinton is now up by 5. ABC's David Wright tonight on what Donald Trump is saying himself about the battle in those battlegrounds.
So I said, Obama is the founder of ISIS.
Tonight, Donald Trump walked back a claim he's been hammering home about the threat posed by ISIS.
They're now in 28 countries. They're expanding.
Not quite what he's been saying at rallies across Florida.
I call President Obama and Hillary Clinton the founders of ISIS.
The founder, in a true sense. He's the founder of ISIS.
These are the founders of ISIS because of bad judgment.
Sympathetic interviewers tried to help him out.
I know what you meant. You meant that he created the vacuum, he lost the peace.
No, I meant he's the founder of ISIS.
But he's not sympathetic to them. He hates them. He's trying to kill them.
He was the founder.
But tonight, a stunning reversal. First, tweeting, they don't get sarcasm. Then this tonight.
Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. Then, but not that sarcastic, to be honest with you.
A surprise guest was there to introduce Trump in Pennsylvania.
So you all ready to win?
The GOP chairman signaling the party is fully behind Trump.
We have to win Pennsylvania.
New polls show Trump at risk of losing not just battleground states, but also states that traditionally vote Republican. Trump himself admitted as much.
We're having a problem. We're having a tremendous problem in Utah. We need help in Ohio. If you could send out the word to Ohio, Pennsylvania, some of those really important swing states.
David Wright with us live tonight. And David, Donald Trump also making news on what he suggests could take place at Guantanamo Bay.
That's right, David. The Miami Herald asked Trump if he'd want to see U.S. citizens who are suspected of terrorism tried by military courts at Guantanamo. Trump said he'd be just fine with that. One problem, though, David, it might be unconstitutional.
David Wright with us on a Friday night. David, thanks. Meantime, tonight, Hillary Clinton releasing her 2015 tax returns and asking Donald Trump, where are his? And we do the math tonight. How much would the Clintons have saved under Donald Trump's proposed tax plan? Here's ABC's Cecilia Vega now.
Tonight, Hillary Clinton taking on Donald Trump over his refusal to release his taxes, using his own words against him in a new video.
But if you didn't see the tax returns, you'd think there's almost like something wrong. What's wrong?
And applying more pressure by releasing hers. The Clintons earned more than $10 million last year, a steep drop from the $28 million a year earlier. The result of fewer paid speeches, an issue that has dogged her campaign from the start.
Any speech that great should be released to the American people.
But Hillary Clinton still earned more than $1 million for speaking to industries from tech to banking before she formally launched her bid for the White House. The Clintons' federal tax rate more than 34%, and they donated more than $1 million to charity. Under Trump's proposed tax plan, one expert telling us the Clintons would have saved more than $1.5 million. Today, protesters calling on Trump to release his taxes. They were dragged out of his Pennsylvania rally. But in recent weeks, David asked Trump about the argument Clinton is now making.
We know this will be her argument. She says maybe you paid nothing or close to nothing. Maybe you're not as rich as you say you are. Maybe you haven't given away as much to charity. So I wanted to give you the opportunity to respond right now to Hillary Clinton. Will you reveal your taxes to the American people before the election?
As soon as the audit's done. I'm under a routine audit. I've been audited many, many years in a row.
What if that audit is after Election Day? Is there a chance that your tax return won't be?
I don't know if there will be. I hope it's not. But you know what? If it's before, I give my tax returns. I have no problem with it.
And Cecilia Vega with us live tonight. Any word on whether he will release those taxes? And he claims that the tax released today by Clinton was a diversion, Cecilia?
His campaign is calling it a distraction, an attempt to distract from her email controversy. But David, from Trump himself, he is uncharacteristically quiet on when he might release his taxes. And so far, no response from anyone on his campaign, despite our repeated requests for comment today, David. All
right, Cecilia Vega, we'll see you here on the news desk this weekend. Thank you. And from Rio tonight, a shocking upset for Team USA. And this question, will Michael Phelps make a return 4 years from now? ABC's Matt Gutman leading our team in Rio.
The shoo-ins have been booted from competition. Team USA, having won 2 gold medals and favored to win a 3rd in these games, is out. Sweden winning in penalty kicks, then posting these pictures captioned, "Yeah." The one-man gold mine, Michael Phelps, more than making up for that loss, ripping through the water in the 200 individual medley.
Obviously a very emotional event for me. It's very special, being able to win 22 Olympic gold medals.
And Simone Manuel, the 20-year-old from Houston, Texas, tying for gold in the 100-meter freestyle. Manuel, the first African-American woman to win an Olympic gold in an individual event in swimming, was visibly shocked.
I'm just so blessed to have a gold medal, and I'm just so blessed.
Simone Manuel posing for a celebratory picture today with another Simone Biles, whose supernatural athleticism won her gold last night in the all-around, setting her apart her strength-to-weight ratio, allowing her to jump just about double her height. Nearly 10 feet, the height of a basketball rim. Today, GMA's cameras were there as Biles saw her parents for the first time since winning gold.
You were waiting for this moment to see your
Yes.
mom and dad?
Yes. Yeah, we were waiting, and then they were holding us in the back. You guys need to be ready. I'm like, we've been ready for like 5 weeks.
But it's not over yet. Biles and the rest of the Final 5 will be back in the gym, ready to rack up more medals for Team USA.
Speaking of racking up the medals, Michael Phelps back in the pool tonight for the 100-meter butterfly. Now, one of his training partners described to me how in the moment he is. She said she saw that smile when he was on the podium last night. She said she's only seen it one other time, when he held his newborn son for the first time. David.
All right, Matt Gutman, our thanks to you all week long. And by the way, Amy Robach will have her full interview with the gymnastics team Monday on GMA. Much more ahead tonight on World News Tonight this Friday. The murder case now making national headlines again tonight. Many say the defendant was unfairly convicted, and breaking developments at this hour. The conviction now overturned, the judge's stunning reversal. The case from making a murderer right after the break. Also, 2 attempted kidnappings and new developments tonight. They were less than 30 minutes apart, what police are now revealing. And a quiz for everyone at home watching tonight. We've unearthed some home videos. Do you recognize these faces? How many will you get right tonight? These videos were golden back then, even more golden tonight. We'll be right back.
I worked years to get my Medicare.
Don't know where I'd be without it.
So when I heard about con artists committing Medicare fraud,